Hi everyone, this is Sho. Hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you for tuning in today. I know it's been a while since I've posted my last video, but the reason for that is I've actually relocated to LA. So as some of you guys may know, I'm originally from the US and I was living in Japan for the past 7 years, but I just graduated university and yeah, I came back to the US to begin my career. And so the purpose of this video today is in line with my current situation. What is it like moving to Los Angeles, especially during this post-COVID times of inflation? And in this video, I'm just going to go over what I do personally and what I could recommend to you guys for anyone who's looking to move to LA or even any big city in the US for that matter. So just as a disclaimer, the methods that I use can probably be seen as super cheap or penny pinching, as they would say, but I've just found that, you know, I do whatever works for me. And I've been getting by fine for the past 2 months now. So going back, I moved here in May and I was staying at a hotel before I found my apartment. But there I was just shocked at how much the price of goods had increased since I had last been here, which was the summer of 2019. And so you can definitely tell that COVID took a hit on the economy. I know that the whole world was affected, but especially in the US, I mean, just the price of things has just completely gone up. And so when I first got here, I would, you know, I was staying in a hotel, so I didn't have a kitchen or anything, so I had to get like easy to prep meals before I had found a more permanent place to move into. And so I would go to like Trader Joe's or maybe Aldi's, if you guys know that one. That's like a value store that's popular over here in Southern California. But there I would get like, you know, $5 frozen dinners or like a $3 can of soup. And at the beginning, you know, it's cool being able to taste all the familiar foods, well, familiar for me in the US. And it's fun, but after a few days, you kind of start realizing that, hey, why am I paying $5 for some kind of frozen meal? And so fast forward, a week later, I found a place, the current place I'm in right now, moved in, and then I just started meal prepping, right? And so food is going to be one of the highest costs here. And to get around that, I recommend meal prepping. So meal prepping is basically where you prepare all of your weeks or like your 5 days worth of foods, just so that you can save time later. And plus with meal prepping, you can you know, count your calories, count your macros as well. Basically just organize what you eat and pre-plan it. And so I started meal prepping, right? So I am kind of a person of routine. This is definitely not for everyone, but I actually eat basically the same meal 3 times a day, 7 days a week. So what I do is I go to Walmart or Target and I get their boneless chicken breasts. Those are low in fat, but high in protein. So my need for protein is fulfilled right there. And then I also get some frozen vegetables, and so I combine those. I cook all of those on Friday evening after work and combine those and then serve it over rice for each meal. And then for dinner I eat like a salad or something, and also maybe some frozen fruits and then yogurts. So Walmart and Target is where I recommend you get your shopping done if you really want to save your money. For the yogurt, I go to Aldi's, and I also get, like, you know, the occasional snack or a pizza there as well. But basically, my weekly spending on food is less than $50. And, you know, that's kind of crazy to think, you know, living in LA, spending less than $50 a week on food. But once again, the key to doing this is to meal prep. And to meal prep, you do need a certain amount of discipline. But, you know, in the end, when you look at how much money you're saving, it can be kind of a determining factor. And once again, there's definitely no need to go my route. My route's kind of extreme. I eat basically the same meal 21 times a week, but maybe you could just do like you meal prep for your weekdays, right? So it's easy after you come back from work, or you know, you just meal prep your lunches. Lunch, I know the cost of that can add up if you're eating out. Another good thing about doing your own cooking is that here in the US there is no sales tax on food. So that also includes packaged items and ready-to-eat items as well, not just fresh produce. In total, you would end up paying close to 10% sales tax, but because I do all of my cooking myself, I end up spending, you know, no sales tax, 0%. So there's that. So for food, I definitely recommend meal prepping. Next comes the housing situation. So, you know, LA is notorious for its skyrocketing housing prices, or, you know, accommodations. But, you know, the key to going around that is to make some sacrifices. So I know that it's tempting if you move to kind of a picturesque town, like LA, then you're tempted to, you know, get a nice place by the beach, or maybe try to live downtown, or get your own place. But at the end of the day, if you can avoid the urge to inflate your own lifestyle, then housing is really not too bad. Right now, I am living with one roommate here, and I'm paying just around $1,200. Now, I know that is steep. So in 2 weeks' time, I will be moving to a different place, which is actually closer to my work, and that's going to be $800. And $800 I know can sound crazy, but when you consider that a single studio apartment can cost $1,500 and up, it kind of starts to make sense. So just avoid inflating your lifestyle, and you know, make some compromises so that in the long run you can be more financially stable. That's the mistake that a lot of people make when they move to expensive cities or big cities. They try to live the big city life, and so you want to get your own place, you want to eat out all the time. But if you can control that urge, now I'm not saying don't not eat out. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is control yourself just enough so that you can still enjoy, you know, what the city has to offer, but at the same time you don't go completely broke. And so that's kind of what I've been doing for my food and living situation. You know, meal prepping and living with a roommate. It's really not that bad. Now, the next item that can add up in cost is vehicles. And so for me, I actually decided to get a 2-year-old used car with low mileage. And I know what you're thinking, cars these days are reliable, so there's really no need to get a newer car. You can just buy an old one in cash. But you have to remember that with a new car, there are usually still factory warranties still in place, as well as it's simply more reliable. You know, you might end up spending a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s from time to time to repair your old car that, you know, you bought for like what, $5,000, $10,000 in cash. Whereas if you make the investment to buy a relatively newer car that requires less maintenance. In the long run, those repair costs can start to add up. Now, another thing I should mention is fuel price. So here in California, we are just over $6 a gallon for fuel, some of the highest in the nation, I believe, after New York. But once again, getting a newer car, especially a fuel efficient car, can really help you save money there. So yes, it is expensive to get a newer car, but when you look at it in the long run, you know, consider all the maintenance costs, consider the gas costs, the fuel efficiency. It might just be a better investment than getting, say, an older car and just buying that in cash. Now, another tip that I would recommend for those who are thinking of relocating to LA or the US is just begin investing, right? I know it can seem kind of scary at first, but there are many resources online. It's easier now than ever to you know, get started on something like investing. Basically, the benefits of investing is that if you don't keep your money in the bank, but keep it invested into the market, then your wealth moves with the economy. So if this hyperinflation continues, then your wealth continues to rise along with the price of goods. So yes, investing for some may mean, you know, getting quick returns, doubling your net worth in a year. But for me, it's more like riding the economy in order to counteract the inflation. Those are just those 4 tips that I have for living in LA. Make sure to not inflate your lifestyle, which means meal prep as much as you can. You know, just do the work so that you can have more money to spend. Second, get a roommate, right? You might not like it, you might not be used to it, but hey, it's someone to talk to. You know, we're all social creatures at the end of the day. And yeah, just get a roommate, settle. Number 3, get a newer car, because in the long run, I guarantee it'll be cheaper. And 4, beat inflation, okay? Don't just keep your money sitting in the bank. You're just letting the bankers, all the major bankers, get rich off your money, because they're doing the same thing. You know, they're investing in whatever they see will make them money. So don't keep the majority of your money in your bank. Invest it into the market and beat inflation, okay? There's no other way around it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I will be posting some more lifestyle related videos to come, and hope you have an amazing day.